Well, we've got most of a sunny day today, big family. Hey, good morning, or good afternoon. I'm actually shooting this in the afternoon, just had lunch. So the thing I'm taking care of today, I love this little ivy plant that we got. I got this, where did I get this? I think I got it from Walmart. Yeah, I think it was just a Walmart plant. I just picked it up from a store somewhere. Just a little bit of ivy. We don't have any ivy. We don't have, we have a certain amount of house plants. We have like 5 or 6 house plants in the house, but we don't have any ivy. So I was like, well, this is pretty, and I have a lot of ideas for uses for it. A lot of ways that we can tassel it in hanging baskets, and if we propagate it, you know, that's possibly a thing that people will want to buy, because we've had some interest in houseplants and ivy lately. But it's a little bitty plant, and I'm okay with little plants because I up pot them and make them bigger plants. So that's my chore for while I'm out here. I'm heading toward the greenhouse to get me a pot and get me some more soil and up pot this little ivy to make it a big ivy. Getting down to the last bit in this bag, huh? I'm gonna have to open up this big old bag next to me pretty soon. We go through some soil, y'all, especially when we're up potting and dividing. We can go through some soil. Almost there. Yeah, that's about enough. Okay. Little bitty pot. It was kind of deceiving. It looked like it was a little bit bigger than it was, but they had a pot within a pot. Little bitty pot. Yep, those roots are ready for some more soil. There we go. Snug as a bug in a rug. I'll make sure I keep the tag in here. Okay. And we're going to keep it inside and pamper it and take care of it and, you know, be good to it and make sure it does grow bigger than this and become a good ivy plant. Ooh, I got a good fire cooking now. I'm not going out there by it to film this. I am inside looking through a window because that stuff is hot. Hot, hot, hot. And it is the heat of the day, and I'm tired of sweating so hard, so thought I'd let y'all see the nice fire I built from a distance. That thing is cooking. I'm trying to get rid of all those sticks. We're trying to burn down the fire pile so we can not have that fire pile there anymore, because we want to actually have a burn pile in a different location. Biscuit, stop. Yeah, we want to have a burn pile somewhere else, you know, because obviously there's always going to be sticks and stuff to burn, and boxes to burn, but it doesn't need to be right there. So we're going to move it to a different spot. I've been inside cleaning for the past like 3 hours, and I'm like, okay, I'm over cleaning. My house is clean enough, y'all. It's clean enough. It's pretty enough. I'm happy and okay with people coming over now, and I won't feel absolutely mortified, so we're good. Something that I think that a lot of people take for granted, or like maybe don't see the value in it that I do, is a long driveway. I know that sounds funny. I know it sounds probably weird, but I love me a long driveway. I've always wanted one, and at some points in my childhood we had one, and I just miss it. I love that the kids now have this long driveway of ours to have the same experience as I did with it, because it's just awesome. It's when you want to go for a walk, you just take a nice stroll down the driveway. You know, you don't have to go far. You don't have to worry about stranger danger or anything. You're taking a long stroll down your driveway in this very rural area on your 10 acres. And it's got trees on the sides, so you've got shade as you go. You got flowers you pass by, talk to the squirrels. It's just, oh, it's lovely, man. It's lovely. And they can ride their scooters up and down the driveway, or their bikes or whatever. Just enjoy the driveway. And for me personally, I enjoy the walk down to the mailbox. That's what I'm doing now. I'm going down to check the mail. So when we get packages or get, regular snail mail, I wait till about the afternoon when I'm, everything's caught up and done. All chores are done. It's quiet time. Everybody's had their lunch, and we're all just sitting around. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a walk down to the mailbox, and zippity-doo-dah, that's what I do. It's my nice relaxing walk, and it's just peaceful for me. It gives me peace and joy. I love it. Just walking down to the mailbox. How simple, right? Just a simple concept as that. But when you have a mailbox that's like right out your front door, or a really short driveway or something, to me, it's not as big of a thing. To me, it's not as good, right? In my opinion. I just prefer the long, winding driveway. I want that long walk. It's good for me. It's healthy for me. It's good exercise. Good for my mind, body, and soul. I just prefer zippity-doo-dah down the long, winding driveway to get the mail and walk back and just enjoy the experience. Just a simple joy that pleases my heart. I love it. And now that I'm done with all that, I am back in the girls' room, and I am going to teach myself something new, teach myself a new skill. I am going to try my hand at macrame. The girls are starting to do their music lessons. They're going to work on the cello and the clarinet and the piano, and I'm going to try to teach myself some macrame. So y'all pray for me. Wish me some luck. I will show you what I come up with in the end. Something that I still haven't been able to quite determine, though, is like, how much do you charge for crafty things, for your arts and crafts? I still don't know the answer to that. I've made knitted things, and my daughters have made crochet things, and we've made all sorts of homemade goodies, and now I'm starting to make macrame. And I'm making this to add to the pile of stuff that my daughters are going to be taking to the sale. While we're selling plants, they're going to be selling, a table full of all their homemade goods, crochet stuff, knitted stuff. And everything I make, I just add to their pile, and they can sell it. Anything that I want to give to them to sell. But they always ask me, well, how much should I charge for it? I don't know how to answer that, guys. Like, I never have a good answer. Do you guys have a way or a method of determining like how much you should charge for a handmade good? Like, if you made something yourself, a craft or something, what's the standard of pricing, or what's the going rate? Because I don't know. And people always say, well, what is it worth to you? Well, worth to me, it's just worth fun to me. Like, it was fun to do it. It's just fun to make it. It was playtime. So something that I did in my leisure time, that's worth a lot to me. You know what I mean? It's like my fun and my time is worth a lot to me, but is this actual thing that I made, this thing that I crafted, is this worth a lot to me? No. Like, I can go get more supplies from the dollar store or Hobby Lobby, and I can just make another one tomorrow. It's not like it matters to me all that much, but I don't know. How do you put a price on that? I don't know. The cost of materials, obviously. So it did cost a little bit of money to gather the materials. So just think about that. And then Wes always tells me, well, your time you have to measure your time by the hour. So say if you're going to pay yourself like $10 an hour. Okay, well, how many hours did you spend on that craft? And that sort of makes sense to me. But then I add all that up, and, you know, because I spend a lot of my piddly leisure time crafting. I spend a lot of time doing stuff with my hands. I never hold still. So if I add up all the hours that it took to make that thing, it seems like a high price. You know, that seems like a pretty substantial amount to charge for that. I feel like people would balk at that amount if I tried to charge them that much for that one crafted knitted work or macrame work. I feel like that would be too high a price. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys feel differently, and maybe handmade goods are actually supposed to be priced that high, or maybe they are worth that much, you know. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never like gauged the market or done my research or asked around, so I wouldn't know. But just to me, that just seems like such a high price, you know. And maybe it is because I am a person who makes things myself, and I'm a hand knitter and stuff like that, and a crafter. Maybe it's because I make my own stuff that I feel like I wouldn't pay that price if I were going out to a farmer's market and I came to a booth with lots of handmade homespun goods and stuff like that, and I saw a huge price tag on it. I wouldn't buy it, because I guess that's because I know that I can make it myself, though. I guess that's because I feel like I could go home and make something similar to that myself, so I don't have to spend the money on it. But I guess it's different for people who maybe aren't able to, or maybe don't feel like they could, because I believe everybody's able to do almost everything I can do. I mean, if you have the patience and time to learn, I mean, it's not hard. Like, anybody could do this. So it's not that they can't, it's that if they don't want to, or they don't feel capable of doing it, and they really would rather pay the price for someone else to do it for them, then maybe that price is a good price for them. Maybe that's something that they're okay with and they're willing to spend on. But for me, that's something I have always had trouble navigating, because I just don't reconcile that in my mind, and I'm not able to average out a good price for my work. I just never have been. So if anybody else is able to help me out with that, or if anybody else can do that, even my kids and my husband, they're not accurately able to assess good prices for me, because I can't accurately give them an account of how much time I spent on it, because I'm like, oh, well, it took me this amount of days, but I don't know how many hours per day I put into that. Or maybe I worked on it off and on for a month and I didn't write it down. I didn't keep a log, and, you know, and I'll give them some random lowball number and they'll say, oh, no, you got to charge more than that. So my family has trouble helping me to accurately price these items. But if we are going to give them for sale, and if I am going to throw this into the basket of stuff that my kids are going to be taking to the sale, they're going to have a price tag on it. So, and my kids are pretty good at doing research, so maybe I'll just leave it up to them. But you guys are so smart and so thrifty and so knowledgeable. So if you guys have any advice on what I should be charging for homemade knit things, what my daughter should be charging for her homemade crochet bags and hats and different things, and what I should charge for like a big wall art, you know, for like a dowel this size. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a pretty long dowel, a big old long dowel like that. And I'm going to fill this, you know, mostly full of these, you know, tasseled yarns, and I'm going to have it all macrameed and all a big design that covers it. And it's a hanging wall art thing. So if you can picture that, that's kind of what my daughter and I have been working on. Let me show you a piece that Avery did real quick. So this is something that Avery did. I thought it was so pretty. So she macrameed this. So this is one of her little dowels. Again, it's a hanging art piece. So she, you know, she did all those ties and knots and works, and she's been putting beads and things and bamboo pieces into her work, but just some clever little things like that. And there was one other, yeah, this is my favorite over here that she did. So I just love the middle design of that and how she did the beads with that. I think that's just pretty. That's something I would definitely put on our wall. I would hang that on our wall in a heartbeat. But she's gonna take these to the sale if anybody wants to buy her macrame work. So just to give y'all an idea and a roundabout estimate of like what we're doing, what we're working with, the little sizes, some smaller, some larger pieces. just if y'all have an idea of a price range or any advice y'all can give me, I would love that. That would be so helpful. Thank you guys so much. And that's what we have spent our time doing today, is being little crafty people. And I'll do something different that I will show you tomorrow. I'll see you soon. Bye.